Okay, sorry about that. I don't know what happened. All of my audio settings got set to default, so it was not picking up my microphone or my desktop audio. Um, but let me go ahead and make sure that the game audio is going to be able to be heard. All right, looks like it's picking it up a little bit there. Um, so I'm just going through some settings for the desktop audio, seeing if I can bump it up a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this runs. Let me jump onto the stream here and see and see and see and see and see. Wow, that was an interesting effect. Um, so yeah, I'm not hearing the game audio in stream. That's loud. Should be able to hear that. All right, cool. All right, so yeah, what I was saying. Created a new character. Hey, how's it going, Comet? Created a new character. I want to run through basically just the story and job quests um, and stream that. So I created this guy here. This is Fish Fingers and Custard, and we're playing on the Marlboro server. Um, so I'm just going to go ahead and click on him and get going here. Um, and I will try not to talk during the cinematics. I'll try to remember, but we'll see. Hey, no queue. That's a first. I think that's the first time I haven't had a queue to log into a server.
Here. Here. Feel. Hear, feel, think.
You alright, lad? You were moaning something fierce for a while there. Feeling the effects of the aether, I reckon. You'll get used to it, though, don't worry. I feel like he's got a Scottish-type accent. I get a strong Scottish vibe. You there, halt! What's all this about? Inspection. Men, search the carriage. I'm just an honest peddler, friend. So don't be too disappointed if you don't find nothing, eh? Mind your tongue, old man, lest I cut it out. It's cocaine! Sir, look, Somnus. Actually, that probably is Final Fantasy cocaine. Honest peddler, was it? Since when do honest peddlers deal in prohibited herbs? Yeah, it's drugs. He's got drugs. Get the canine unit. You're in a lot of trouble, old man. You'll rot in a dungeon till the end of your days, unless you can afford the fine. Business as usual. Wow. Amalja, to arms, to arms. Seven Hells, consider this a warning. Now go, all of you. So depending on the class that you pick, depends on which region you start in this game, if you weren't aware of that. So since I picked the Thaumaturgist, I think is how you say it, the Black Mage class, I will be starting in the Black Mage starting city. So, whew, that kind of excitement ain't good for the heart. You be careful around them brass blades, lad. Bastards will have the shirt off your back if they fancy it. Like common bandits they are, only less honest. Thank the gods for sending some beastmen to the rescue, eh? Hey, seeing as we've still got a long ride ahead, you mind keeping me company till we arrive? Them young'uns don't much care for conversation, see? Brent's the name, and peddling's me trade. And judging by your unusual garments, I'll wager you're one of them new adventurers. I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business these days, especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? Shit, I don't know, homie. ... Well, if you ain't inclined to tell, I ain't about to pry. Might be as old Brent's a chatterbox, but he sure as hells ain't no busybody. Jeez, I can't read tonight. Or this morning, I guess it is. We all have a secret or three, don't we? Me? Dozens. And I'd rather they stay secret, too, which is why I don't go sticking me nose where it ain't welcome. Just remember, though, there are more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. By the by, is this your first trip to Ul'dah? I'm gonna say no. But of course it ain't. Still, might be as this journey itinerant? Is that itinerant? I think so. Has a few new things to teach you about your destination. Oh, so you're gonna go over it anyway. Okay, cool. Awesome. Old is ruled by this Sultana in name, but as most folk know, the Syndicate holds all the real power. Them and their monetarist? Monetarist, I think that's how you say it. Them and their monetarist cronies would happily get rid of Her Grace altogether, but that won't happen while she still commands the loyalty of the Royalists, and the Royalists are nothing if not loyal. These factions have long fought over power, thrown the weight of their wealth against each other, and they show no sign of stopping. Of course, the Lizard Men, that's the Amalja, couldn't care less about all the politics. They have their own interests, see? And they ain't afraid to use force to serve them. Ugh. He's long-winded. They say war is a gift to peddlers. Need breeding profit, and though it shames me to say it, I'm inclined to agree. Ah, at long last. Behold, Alda, jewel of Thanolin, where folk turn sand into gold. Okay. Well, if you,
Deep in the sun-baked south, surrounded by the shifting sands of an endless desert, she rises. A solitary rose amidst the dust and rock, a symbol of defiance. Her name, Ulda. Even with the coming of the seventh umbral era, hope springs eternal for the mongers and merchants who vie for lost fortunes in this bustling oasis. As the twin faces of Nold Thal maintain their vigil over all that has been and shall be, the present proffers a brave soul. One whose arrival could mark the beginning of a new era of prosperity for the realm.
and here's where we part ways, lad. I'm off to the markets to deliver Muars. Then it's on to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for putting up with me prattle. You never did tell me your name, though. Hey, but here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square. Square for what?
May the traders nurture our fortunes as they kindle the flames which burn within us all. For by fire are we reborn.
Alright. So, my thick chonk ass walking into town. So, what I was going to say is, if you choose Gardania as your starting, or your job that starts in Gardania as your starting zone, you're visited by chocobos on the carriage ride. Um, I don't know the other area what the cinematic is, the opening cinematic, because I've never started there. So, oi, adventurer, over here. Oi, I mean you. Fresh off the carriage by any chance, eh? How can I tell that? Heh. Name's Waymond, and me business is knowing every bugger else. Now then, What if I was to offer you some invaluable advice by way of welcome to our fast city? Free of charge, even. Just this once, like. I started with like a northern accent, and then it went on to like Australian, I think. Please select the control scheme you wish to use. Mouse and keyboard. You know, what I've been using this whole time. Follow the instructions to move your character in just position of camera, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Cool. To be recognized as an adventurer in the city-state of Ul'dah, you must register yourself with the Adventurers Guild. Accept. So it's pronounced Ul'dah, not Ul'dah. Just plain to anyone with eyes that you don't know your way around here. If I let you go wandering off the nearest dark alley, you're certain to get mugged or worse, and I don't want that on me conscience. So before you do anything else, you'll want to head over to the quicksand and speak with Momodi. She's the master of the Adventurers Guild and can set you on the right path. Just take those steps over yonder, pass through the double doors there. You'll find her inside. And that's as much as you're getting for free. Good luck with the adventuring, adventurer. Alright. Groovy. You have begun a quest. Use the duty list to help you complete the task. Fuck off. Alright, cool. I have no idea what that thing is on my screen right there. Where did this even come from? I've never had this before. Is it like a compass? Road to 70. Experience earned while below level 70 is dramatically increased. Oh, that's a thing for the server. Okay, cool. But I don't know what this is. Weird. Alright, yeah, let's go ahead on up here to the Adventurers Guild. Where is... Oh, there's Momodi. Alright. Cool beans. They've got the biggest and the smallest characters in this area. Why, hello there. Who might you be? If you're looking to join the Adventurers Guild, you've come to the right place. Name's Momodi, and I own this fine establishment, if it please you. I also manage the Adventurers Guild here in Ul'dah, so you might say that looking after green adventurers like yourself is my vocation. And lucky for you that it is. Without someone like me to steer you right, you'd soon find yourself out in the middle of nowhere, caught up in business you don't understand. Like our conflict with the Amalja, for example. They've been plaguing this Sultanate for nigh on, forever now. Then there's the Garlean Empire. None can say for sure what they're plotting these days, only that they are. Aye, the people drink and make merry, but underneath it all, there's worry. Worry and lingering feeling of loss. And little wonder, it's scarce been 5 years since the lesser moon cracked open like a giant egg, releasing an abomination intent on turning the realm into an eighth hell. So much was lost in the blink of an eye. 'Twas like the end of the world had come at last. So much was lost in the... Oh, I didn't click it, apparently. But then things began to get foggy. Everyone's got their own version of what happened next. Some of them 2 or 3. You'd think people would remember something like that, but the fact is, they don't. Nobody does. There is one thing the survivors agree on, though. The part played by a band of adventurers who laid down their lives for a realm that wasn't their own. They fought valiantly, and like so many others, they never returned. Deeds worth remembering. I'm sure you'll agree. It's just a shame our recollections of those brave heroes are as jumbled as those of the calamity itself. Whenever we try to call their faces to mind, it's like they're standing between us and a midday sun, permanently silhouetted. I'll bet that sounds poetic to you, doesn't it? Well, it's not. It's bloody infuriating. But even if we can't remember them, we'll not let them be forgotten, and so we call them the Warriors of Light. And they'll forever stand as a shining example of what adventurers can achieve. That's why I welcome new arrivals like yourself to our fair city. Thumbs up. All I ask is that you lend a helping hand and try to leave Ul'dah in a better state than you found her. If you can promise that, I'd be happy to let you join the guild. All right then. A promise is a promise now. I'm counting on I'm counting on your help to put the past behind us. We need people working and spending and bickering like the old days. And a happy and prosperous Ul'dah means more business for the quicksand too. Any road, let's make this official. Go ahead and write your name in the register. Neat as you can. Fish fingers and custard. Well, ain't that a charming name? Just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? All right, Mr. N. Custard. On behalf of the Adventurers Guild, I officially... Please, sir, be merciful. 12 is my witness. I swear to you, I'll bring you your money. In the East, it is said that even a merciful god might be driven to vengeance if thrice blasphemed. Be grateful you were given a fourth chance to offend. You two, attend to this scum. No, please, mercy. Well, ain't that a sorry sight? Nor an uncommon one, if I'm honest. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, I doubt you'll end up like him. Just the same, if you ever need a bit of advice about one thing or another, pay me a visit. Just don't go bothering me every time you stub your bloody toe. All right? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes with the womenfolk from time to time. Any road, welcome to Ul'dah, fish fingers. Take a moment to catch your breath, and I'll teach you a little about our fair city. Ugh. Gross. Complete. Yay! That's a level right there. This concludes the introductory game tutorial. You have taken the first step as an adventurer in the city of Ul'dah. Listen well to the wisdom of Momadi Madi, then go forth and discover the incredible adventures that await you. Don't need all that. Alright, so we've got Blizzard and Fire. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Let's move Teleport. Oh. Return, Teleport, Sprint. Lock that. Inventory. Oh, there was a setting for that. Hold on. I don't like not being able to see my whole bag. HUD layout? Was that it? And... no. Oh yeah, what the hell is this? Elemental gauge. Okay, so that must be a racial thing. Sorry, give me just a moment. I'm trying to figure out how to change this. It's got to be here somewhere. Sound. Graphics. I would. No, it wouldn't be display. Maybe other settings? Let's set this to normal. That way it doesn't, I'm not overwhelmed with the number of people. I know that it's here somewhere because I changed it on my other game. I was already set for dart. Yeah, I don't know where the option is for that. Character. Wouldn't be character configuration, would it? Oh, you know, yeah, it is. UI. I'm gonna find it. Hmm. Bar. Pets. Sharing. Cross. I found it. Alright. So now it pops up all of my items. And of course, that. Why? Maybe it's open all. Let's try that. Yeah, there we go. Found it. Figured it out. Okay, cool. That was frustrating. All right, cool. Got the simple thing that I was trying to do. I figured it out. Okay. Mamadi, the proprietress of the Quicksand, wants you to perform 3 tasks that will help you learn the fundamentals of adventuring. Accept. Before you go charging off to find your fortune, I have a few basic tasks I'd like you to perform, so as to help you get to know the place. First of all, I want you to visit the Atherite Plaza. To get there, head west from here till you reach Emerald Avenue, then look to the north. You should see a giant floating crystal called an azurite. If it weren't for azurites, traveling around Arzia, Aorza, however you say the name of the world, would be a damn sight more troublesome than it is. Of course, you still need to attune with them before you can use them, so be sure to do that with the one in the plaza. You ever attuned with an azurite before, fish fingers? If not, just lay your hand on the thing and you'll see what I mean. When you've done that, I want you to pay a visit to the Thaumaturges Guild over in Arzanzith Ossuary. Why do they gotta have such weird words? Assuming that Scepter ain't just for show, you might consider training there. And finally, I want you to visit the Sapphire Avenue Exchange over on the Steps of Thal. Goons from all across Aorzia and beyond turn up there every day. Goods, not goons. You'll have no trouble finding armor, weapons, or anything else a fledgling adventurer like yourself might need. You might say that everything's for sale here in Ulda, as long as you've got the gil. Just make sure as you don't pay more than you ought, fish fingers. There's plenty as won't scruple to swindle unsuspecting foreigners like yourself, especially if they think no one's looking out for their best interests. Which is why I'm giving you this letter. When you visit the exchange, find a gentleman named Sesorgia and give it to him. He'll be happy to tell you about the markets once he's read it. In short, then, visit the Azurite Plaza, the Thermalist Guild, and the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Simple. Oh, but before you go, a word of advice. While there are more than a few unsavory characters out there who will try to take advantage of you, there are also some with honest to goodness problems who you should consider offering a helping hand to. A lot of folk are lured into this city by the promise of wealth and power. What many of them fail to realize is that instead of chasing after guild the moment they get here, they ought to be making friends. Let it be known that you're willing to give as much as you get, and opportunities will come your way. Speaking of which, you should speak with the smith over yonder. Those lads always have some good advice for up-and-coming adventurers. Otherwise, that's about it for me. It's past time you got going. Oh, and let me know when you've finished, will you? That way, I won't spend my days worrying that you're down to your small clothes without a guild to your name. Can I go now? Am I dismissed? Yeet. Alright, cool. So, I'm also going to do these quests. Crap, I missed the beginning of the text. I see you have but recently taken up the adventurer's mantle. The possibilities stretching out before you must be positively daunting. In the Adventurers Guild, we see new adventurers as fledgling heroes. You are a champ. You are our champions of tomorrow, our nascent stars of limitless potential. My fellow Smiths and I are here to provide you with guidance, but the Guild also enlists a cadre of veteran adventurers who will be happy to share with you their accumulated wisdom. You can recognize these helpful men and women by their title of mentor. Mentors stand ready to advise you on any aspect of adventuring. They have hundreds of quests under their belts and will likely have a solution for whatever dilemma might be causing you trouble. A mentor might even offer to accompany you on your adventures. I highly recommend that you take advantage of a mentor's aid to enrich your experiences in Eorza. Pray do not hesitate to ask me if you would like to know more. The new adventurer status is applied to all players who have recently begun their adventures in Azora. Among Azora's thriving population, there are seasoned players, known as mentors, who have taken it upon themselves to assist the new adventurers. When a new adventurer and a mentor form a party, they both receive a bonus to experience points earned. Upon invitation by a mentor, new adventurers also gain access to the Novus Network, an exclusive chat channel where they can consult with mentors and share their experiences with other beginning players. I didn't know that because I didn't read any of this before. Nothing. Thank you. Thank you for all of your help. Okay. The elemental gauge indicates whether you are under the influence of astral fire after casting a fire spell or umbral ice after casting a blizzard spell. While under the influence of astral fire, all fire spells will have increased potency but require more MP to cast. While under the influence of umbral ice, you will have significantly increased MP recovery. You can view the job gauge description at any time from the Actions and Traits menu. Okay. So, Umbral Ice, there's no downside to it. It's just increased MP. But Astral Fire, you get stronger spells, but it costs more MP to cast. So basically, you just want to keep switching between fire and ice, is what it sounds like. Okay, cool. So, yeah. We're off. Head outside. And there is an azurite crystal right here, or shard. Let's just go ahead and attune to this bad boy. Alright, cool. Groovy. Alright, so basically, I want to try to head over this way and pop up my map here. Looking for more crystals here. So there's another one over here at the Thermalist Guild, which I need to go there anyway. So, yeah, okay, got it. It's off. I need to go there anyway, so it's not really a huge deal to come over and grab that. So there are quests that I'm going to do that aren't the ones that I said specifically I was going to do. Like, I'll probably take up some of these like jobs, like Weaver, stuff like that. Definitely the gathering jobs. Those ones help out significantly for other crafting stuff. So, alright, so there's a mender there. Let's get my bearings. I don't know this city that well. This is the Gladiators Hall, I believe. So gladiators, I'm pretty sure, become paladins. My main character that I play on a different server is a dragoon. Alright, let's talk to our job. I should have been reading all of this. What say you then, adventurer, if you would plumb the abyssal depths of thermology, let your learned sages guide your descent. But before you leap into the darkness, you must prove to our guild masters that you are possessed of the spiritual fortitude necessary to look upon that which waits therein. When you are ready to submit the judgment of the most eminent mages, say the word. Okay. I wish that I would have actually read that. Probably would have been helpful. Well, adventurer, will you join our guild, or do you presume to ignore the urgings of impatient destiny? Yayake wishes you to reaffirm your desire to join the Thermalists Guild. Accept. A wise decision indeed. To prepare you for your initiation, I would have you study the volumes of Fundamental Thermological Principle, all 108 of them. Or at least I would if such requirements had not been abolished. Too great a deterrent to fresh novices, they said. I suppose you shall just have to settle for calling upon the collective wisdom of our guild masters. We have 5, you see, all brothers of the same house. Though they all wield supreme authority, it is the eldest who provides a singular voice for the guild when one is required. Master Kokobigo, I believe. Alright. And I'll give me a fancy hat. Erasmus of the Thermalist Guild is preoccupied with his studies, but his brow is furrowed in a way that cries out for help. I'm Ermist of the Order of Naldthal, and I am charged with studying the anatomy of this region's fauna and the environs in which they dwell. For the dark art of our order is death itself, and power over death can come only through knowledge of life. One day I shall publish my findings in a single comprehensive volume, The Many Breaths of Thalalan. But there is much work to be done before that day. Aid me, brother. Bring me 5 bottles of marmot blood, and perhaps I shall name you in a footnote. Marmots are hardy creatures that thrive, nay, everywhere. You will most certainly find them just outside the city in western Thalan by way of the Gate of Sultana. Do take care, they can be feisty little critters when threatened. Cool. So, Guildmaster this way? I reckon. Jump, please. Kokobi go. Alright. Who? What? Oh. Thou's teeth, man. Did your mother never tell you not to startle a Tho? Look at that exceptional face, Kokobigo. This gentleman is obviously a new applicant for the guild, seeking audience with our eldest brother. Oh, Prelate Yayaki. She can recite the 307 verses of the funerary rites for the virtuous fallen from memory, but the simple task of keeping our names straight seems ever beyond her grasp. Wahahaha. Well, I, for one, find the constant confusion endlessly entertaining. My apologies, good sir. My merriment was not meant to mock your mistake. It is our sibling Kokobuki with whom you should speak. What's this? What's this? There's magic in the air. Great Thaw has led to us a new aspirant. Man, it's rough. It's rough, guys. Ah, Kokobuki, were you here the entire time? Greetings, child. I'm Kokobuki, the eldest, and I would venture to say the wisest of the 5 masters of the Thalm Guild. It is my solemn duty to furnish our would-be initiates with a succinct understanding of our beloved art. Thus I would have your fullest attention. To wield Thelma, I'm going to call it Thelma. Thelma. To wield Thelma is to unleash devastation of the highest magnitude. The lethal force of our spells far exceeds the destructive capability of any other form of arcane manipulation. Fire, lightning, blizzards, somnolence. The Thelma calls upon an expansive arsenal of offensive incantations to incapacitate and obliterate all manner of adversaries. Man, ugh. Open your mind to our sorceress teachings, and you too shall soon hold the unparalleled power of our discipline in the palm of your hand. That was my elbow that just popped. Of course, such power has a price. You must be willing to plunge headfirst into the forbidden chasm of Thelma's secrets. For advancement in this art comes only with the completion of deadly and terrible trials. Dun dun dun. I ask you now, aspirant, are you prepared to leap into the abyss in pursuit of power unrivaled? Hell yeah. A confident response. Your name, if you will. Very well, fish fingers. Let us mark your initiation with a trial to test the limits of your aptitude for channeling Thelma. Huge hornets, star marmots, and snapping shrews inhabit this land in abundance. Exercise your sorceress might and slay 3 of each of these creatures before returning to my side. Sir, yes, sir. I'll do it, sir. On my way, sir. Alright, cool. So, let's head on down these steps and head on down this way. Yours. Pop up the old map here, and I will head this way. And the other 2 places that I was supposed to go are down this way. The other quests that I will be taking are ones that add features to the game. So like the one that adds the ability to dye your clothes, add glimmers and stuff like that. So basically if it unlocks something, I'll do it. Alright, so there's that. Oh, yo. Gosh. Let's head around town. Go down this way. Alright, so we got the goldsmith over here. I can come back and take all these jobs later on. I do want to go ahead and get botany and mining whenever I come across them. Botany is over in Gold. One of the other cities, the one that starts with a G, Gardania, and the actually mining's right here, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab it. Did I not finish the tuning with that? I thought I did. I thought I heard the little thing. Must have been another player. Anyway, botany's over there, and then fishing is over in the other city, the real pretty one with the ocean all around it, and it starts with an L. Yeah, that one. Alright. Cannot do this yet. I think I might have to be level 5 to take professions, so that's fine. That's cool. Do I have... I don't have any items in it. Oh, there's a zeros pile. That's a good way to figure it out. Okay, cool. Let's head this way. So I had to go to the Sapphire Exchange. I also need to find the main Azurite crystal. So that'll be a flying. Alright, at the Weaver's Guild here. Alright. head this way. Got the Sapphire Exchanges right here. So I'll be able to complete that portion. And also grab the Azurite Shard here. Or Aethernet Shard. It's Ethernet. They're Ethernet cables, basically. Talk to this person here. And you are? Ho! A newly come adventurer, but of course. Yes, I am Sir Sogia. What can I do for you? Ah, you would have me teach you the ways of the marketplace. Very wise. As for my fee, what? You expect me to do it for free? Surely you jest. My dear adventurer, when you ask in Old Don for a favor, you should at least try to make it worth his while. Judging by your garb, I rather doubt you could afford my services, but the fact you offer nothing is laughable. How about I give you this piece of paper? Ah, Mistress Momoldi instructed you to seek me out, did she? Huh. Consider yourself fortunate to have such influential friends. I shall be brief, and you shall be attentive. You stand in the Avenue Exchange, the busiest and most profitable marketplace in the Sultanate, being advantageously situated in relation to other city-states. Ulda's markets have ever served as both the literal and figurative centers for Azurene's commerce. All the great overland trade routes lead to our city, and the majority of maritime trade between Volbrand and Oldenard passes through our ports. Because of this, countless companies and consortia have chosen Olda as their base of operations. They see to it that this marketplace is awash with merchants and money lenders day and night. Anything a man could ever desire can be purchased here, provided he has sufficient funds. Surely there's something you seek, adventurer. A deadly sword, perhaps? Or a shinier trinket? Whatever it is you want, the exchange will have it. To the north, you will find merchants peddling armor and accessories, curative and crafting materials. And to the south, you will find weapons, tools, and an assortment of other useful items for sale. Seek out a particular merchant to browse to your heart's content, but do try to remain aloof should you find something that piques your interest. Decisions made in the heat of the moment are usually unwise, especially where coin is concerned. Ahem. That is all the complimentary aid you shall receive from me, and far too much for my taste. My regards to Morty. Now off with you. Okay, thank you for not being as long-winded as like every other NPC in this game. Alright, let me see here. Well, shit. Did I get this one? Yeah, Gladiators Guild, Goldsmith. Okay. I think I need to take that path there. So I'm not used to this city, like I said before. Typically, once I got all of the Azurite crystals in here, I just teleport everywhere. So I'm not used to having to run around like this. Alright, so that was not the right way. Oh yeah, it was. I need to go up here. Okay, cool. I figured it out. I just missed it the first time around. Alright, cool. So I'll get this, and then I will go turn this quest back in. And then Probably go do my job quests. Yeah. I think my job quest is probably the next best thing to do. But I'll do that after I turn in my main quest, because main quest will level me again, which will make me a little bit stronger for killing all of those little rapscallions out there. Alright, tuned with that boy. Hail, adventurer! Might you have come on the behest of Miss Mabodi of the Quicksand? Excellent. Which brings us to the matter of attunement fee. That will be 100,000 gil, if you please, sir. You can eat my whole ass. Apologies, but I do relish the opportunity to make that jest. The look on your face was absolutely priceless. Ah, but the fact that you were so easily deceived suggests to me that you are unfamiliar with the use of azurites. Allow me to explain. These crystalline agglomerations tap into ethereal energies and are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Perchance you have heard of return and teleport. Well, these transportation spells make direct use of the etherites and their connection to the flow of ether. Aether. Ether. I don't know. Given that there is an etherite in almost every corner of Eorzea, not Azeroth, any adventurer with a mind to explore the realm will wish to seek out and attune himself to each and every one. But even if you have no intention of wandering beyond the Sultanate's borders, it would be prudent of you to attune yourself to any etherites you encounter from now on. I pray you found that information. I pray that you found that informative. Should you wish to learn more about etherites or transportation magic, I should be happy to answer your questions. I will never speak to you again after this conversation. Please go jump in a fire. You attune with... yeah. Okay, cool. So now I can use return. That's basically what it's telling me. And it will return me here, to my home city. Alright. Groovy. Let's head back to the Adventurers Guild and turn in this quest. Oh, my whole neck. I need to do something about my display down there too. It took me forever to figure that out as well. The options, like changing HUD and stuff in this game, isn't exactly the most intuitive thing. So my chat box is so tiny. So people could be messaging me right now. I wouldn't even know it. I need to go up here. Let in this door here. Bounce on over the railing. Okay, I'll walk around that, I guess. Don't mind me. Alright. How was your tour of the city, Fish Fingers? Get lost, did you? Actually, a little bit. Hey, well, Old is a big place with lots to see and do, but wandering around aimlessly don't pay the bills. If you're serious about making a living here, you'll need to remember where things are. So when you go exploring, explore like you've got a purpose, eh? Alright then. All that's left is for you to work hard, make money, and spend it here at the Quicksand. And complete. That should be a ding. Ding-a-ling. Alright. Groovy. Alright, cool. So let's go head outside. And... oh look, it's an exit right here. Handy that. Discovered Central Tholan. Alright, so I gotta kill these squirrely boys here. I need to kill the hornets too. But right now, I'll worry about these guys. What is this? Transpose. Swaps Astral Fire with a single Umbral Ice or Umbral Ice with a single Astral Fire. Okay. It's 4 bloods. Hopefully this will be the 5th blood. Alright, cool. That's done. Alright, let's kill those 3 hornets. One. Nope. Not sure how that got interrupted, but okay. Two. And three. And then we need 3 snapping shrews. Assuming they're going to be in this orange here. I'm just not seeing them. Up there they are. These was hidden. Poof. Two, just need one more. There's one. Hey, buddy. Freeze. Oh. Now freeze. Alright. So last of those. Has that opened? It is not. So I want the hunting log so I can actually like get credit for killing these guys. Apparently I got a high quality item. Awesome. What was it? Oh, must have been a animal sinew. Yeah. I'll use that for crafting stuff later. Alright, cool. I passed the doorway here. I was just going to run off into the wilderness, I guess. Alright. So, Final Fantasy. There's been a lot of hype going on with this game lately. A lot of people just started playing it, which is really cool. Really good for the community. I'm glad that a lot of people are getting into this. I'm glad that this is getting people into the Final Fantasy franchise. I wouldn't say making it mainstream, but a lot of people just like, when they think Final Fantasy, they think like the older Final Fantasy stuff, and it's not really anymore. It's more like a interactive friggin' like anime, kind of. I've been playing Final Fantasy, like literally I've been playing since the first Final Fantasy came out. And I played every single one of them. And that includes like the Final Fantasy Legends on the Game Boy and Final Fantasy Tactics and what was the other one? The Crystal Chronicles. So yeah, like all of that stuff. All of that stuff I played. Mamadi of the Quicksilver wants to introduce you to certain someone at the old dispatch yard. Okay. So I'm a disciple of magic, so I can't use those boots, but I can use these ones. Intelligence and mind will increase. Well, I'll have one in each. Actually, let's compare to what I currently have on. Yeah, so the defense and magic defense stay the same, but I get increased to intelligence and mind, which is good because I'm pretty sure that that's what I need. Oh shit, I accidentally clicked. If so, mayhap it's time you venture beyond the city walls. The bustling streets of Ul'dah are one thing, but the wilds of Thanalan, that's another altogether. I know a bloke you might fancy speaking to, and he you. Name of Papashan. You'll find him over at the Ul'dah Dispatch Yard. No doubt he'll have some work for you. Dispatch Yard over in central Thanalan. Just head out the door across the hall and you'll see the gate of Nuln staring right back at you. Pass through it and head east. You'll come upon it before long. There's dangers beyond the wall, though, more than I'd care to count. Nothing too terrible, mind you, but feisty enough to attack you if you draw near. Don't say nobody cared enough to warn you. Okay, cool. I've got quests that I need to turn in. Not worried about taking these quests in here, but I will head out and come over to the crystal here. Wish I would have went down the stairs on the other side, but that's okay. And I'm just going to teleport straight over to the guild. Groovy. And I can click there. Turn this in. By virtue of your toil, I always double click like that. By virtue of your toil, I am one step closer to publishing The Many Breaths of Thanalan. Thank you. Take this as recompense. Now go and may the traitors smile upon you. Alright, so my options are an ugly eye patch for a Disciple of War, or a beautiful hat, the rust red dye, intelligence and mind to increase. I will definitely take that. I don't like the red though. I would prefer a nice black or purple. Purple would be great, but let's go ahead and... Oh, I need to be level 5. Okay, well, I'm going to level probably when I turn this quest in, so that will be okay. What's up, Guildmaster? You fucking dwarf. You have the satisfied look of a mage who has utterly vanquished his foes. Fish fingers. I formally welcome you to the Brotherhood of Thaumages. The purpose of this trial was to gauge your capacity for wielding Thelma, an innate quality, the limits of which are bound by the level of arthic energy flowing through your physical being. Man, they gotta like have the weirdest dialogue for no reason. Aether, the very stuff of life, exists within all living creatures to a greater or lesser extent. Remember this, for it is the most basic law of arcane manipulation. Now I have here a tome that shall serve you as a hunting log. There we go. As the name suggests, its pages are to be filled with records of the enemies you slay. The log also contains the names of such adversaries that will challenge and improve your skills as a Thelma. As your experience grows, so shall your reserves of Thelma endurance. The wellspring of your magical might will also swell in response to moments of extreme terror and duress. When you find yourself seeking greater challenge, when next you crave the thrill of exquisite fear, that is when you shall know the time has come for you to visit me once more. The next Thelma quest will be available from Cockboy upon reaching level 5. Alright, I am getting some raisins and a shield. Can I equip a shield? Oh, I guess I can. Well, who knew? Fuck off. Fuck off. Alright, cool. And ding. Let's go ahead and throw my hat on before I forget. Oh, well, isn't that just fucking fancy? Okay, cool. Oh yeah, and apparently a shield. I didn't know that black mages carried shields. that is cool. Items. Let's throw raisins on my hot bar right here. Okay, I got a couple of items for crafting with later on. I can get my next quest from this dude. Ooh, so I will get a robe or another hat. Actually, let me look. So I need intelligence and mind, defense, magic, defense, um, attack, magic, potency, speed, spell speed, tenacity, and piety. Okay. So, yeah, intelligence and mind are the two things. So, um, I'll want that robe probably. What am I wearing for a ring? It's +1 to everything, so. Bracelet, +1 to everything. So I'm not worried about getting those. I've already got a hat that does that, so I'll take the robe. Guildmaster Cockboy wishes to draw you further into the abyss of Thelma's secrets. Your burgeoning, burgeoning, burgeon, oh, I don't know. Power strains against the confines of your untried mortal shell. Another trial you must have. From this day forth, your tasks and challenges will be shaped by the teachings found within Thelma, the Yawning Abyss, a tome penned by the renowned Thelma Zozomaya. My brothers, who have not once tasted the bitter drought of defeat, will instruct you on the vital lessons to be gleaned from the 4 extensive chapters that comprise the exemplary work. Much shall you learn about the threats with which a practitioner of our art must contend. Christ, this is a lot of dialogue. The first chapter, The Threat of Intimacy, falls within Cockboy's purview. It is only fitting that one so adverse to being approached should teach you the wisdom to be uncovered therein. All of these dudes' names are just Cockboy. Alright. Arg! Ah, yes, fish fingers. I've been expecting you. Allow me to read to you the pertinent passages from the opening chapters of Zuzumeya's Guide. The threat of intimacy. Oh, how magnificent the potent power we wield. Roaring flames, piercing ice, and shocking bolts are matched not by fist or sword or spear, but the blurry warrior waxes fearsome with every closing step. Fists shatter bone, blades slide through flesh, spears puncture soft bellies. Know you this threat, and stand you apart from such men. Shivers. Ugh, that last part makes me queasy no matter how often I recite it. The lesson, however, should be obvious. Keep your distance from your foes. Apart from the agony of being hit or stabbed, or worse, you'll have a devil of a time completing an incantation with an enemy flailing his weapons at your person. Thus, the wise Thelma always strikes from afar. The further, the better. Now, let us proceed with your trial. Take this dried fish and set it down in the vicinity of the silver bazaar. Next, simply draw back to a comfortable distance and wait for a vulture to swoop in to feed. That's when you ambush the nasty creature with a barrage of deadly spells. Once you have slain the scavenger, be sure to retrieve a generous slice of vulture meat for Fa-Fa-Fu-Fu, Funu, Funo, Fono, Fa-Fa-Fono? Yeah, there we go. He doesn't mind us conducting trials so close to his shop, so long as he's properly compensated. Yes, fish fingers, we pay him in sorcery blasted bird flesh. Okay. Cool. That's neat. Alright. I don't know where I gotta go for that. Sorcery blasted bird flesh. It's really the best kind of bird flesh, if I'm being honest. Alright. Um, where is this shop? You know what? If you didn't know, you can do this. You can click on the quest and click there, and it will pop it up on the map. So it's in Western Thanos. Okay. Well, I need to get to there first, I guess. Um, so yeah, cool, groovy. Um, you know, what? maybe I'll walk. Let me see here. Yeah, I can just go around at the store right here, and that will take me to Western Thanalan. I know it's not Thanos. That was a joke. All right, cool. Out we go. So it's basically just straight ahead. Man, I'm not used to not being on a mountain anymore. Alright, so little swirlies above creatures' heads means that they are um, in your hunting log and you want to kill them. Alright, and usually it's 3 per. And you get a nice little experience boost when you finish it. So, see, I got an extra 150 XP for that. And it will actually tell you in the log, or I got an extra 75. So, 75, 180 for the huge hornets, 360 for some cactors, and it just keeps going up. Helps you level. So, yeah. I can actually do these cactors too while I'm right here. Go ahead and take these boys out. Grass types are weak to fire. I learned that from Pokemon. I actually learned it from Final Fantasy. Saying it was from Pokemon just seems funny to me. Alright. Cool. Done with that one. If I can find some giant hornets, I can do that one too. Probably have to go through the other door first. I have to go back to Central for those guys. It's okay. Alright. So, in this area, I can talk to this person. And this will, when I do this, will unlock the goblet. The moon has information that may interest wealthy adventurers. Have you heard the news about the goblet? All that quality land, so desperately coveted, is to be auctioned off to bidders regardless of their origins. Even adventurers have the right to participate. Just imagine, the entire area could end up owned by wealthy foreign... beg your pardon, sir. It isn't that I dislike adventurers, far from it. But when you consider that Olda is still struggling to accommodate countless refugees, the idea that this land is being sold for profit is not surprising whatsoever, come to think of it. Still, the least they could do is give preferential treatment to hardworking Oldens like me. I've been saving for years, just waiting for an opportunity like this to come along. Say, you wouldn't happen to be curious as well, would you? About the goblet? My hands are full here, but if you've a moment to head that way and look into this auction business on my behalf, I'd be ever so grateful. There's bound to be an immortal flames representative by the gate to the goblet. Who can explain what's going on? This wouldn't happen without General Robin's approval of that much, I'm sure. Okay, so this will unlock the goblet area for me. I need to go here for that quest. It's a dungeon. Okay, well, I'll come down here and do this one. That's the one with the dried fish, so. It's this way. Cool beans. Oh, that's awesome. Ugh. Giant hornet. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't think that those are going to be in this area. I think they're going to be over at Central. Okay. Trying to avoid the hostile creatures, because they will come at me. Those guys are safe, should be anyway. Level 6. Cool. They're not hostile. You go ahead and you do you. Now that that person's out of the way, I will do mine. Alright, cool. That's done. Now I need to take the fish. Does it go on here? Yeah. It's weird how far away that was from the person I gotta turn it into. It was supposed to be next to a shop, I thought. I guess not. Alright, well, whatever. I'll go ahead and... Oh, there's no crystal toots in here. Alright, well. Here, I have a piece of meat. Gross, slimy piece of meat. There's nothing so tender as a bite of meat pummeled with wanton wizardry. Nice doing business with you, Thalma. Did you say Thalma? Has this mage just completed a guild trial? Ah, Master Alchemist, what brings you out to our bazaar this fine afternoon? The gentleman here just slew himself a plump vulture. You'd be surprised at how many of these scepter-wielding sorcerers end up sliced to ribbons by beak and talon. And that's not the sort of flesh I've a taste for, you understand? My brothers, not again. Weirdo. Alright, cool. I've got mail apparently. Greetings, tall one. I'm a delivery Moogle, Coupel. Oh, I know what you're thinking. Moogles are supposed to hide in trees and avoid contact with outsiders. Why ever would they agree to carry about letters? Why, indeed, if I had my way, I'd be curled up under the canopy of a nice oak, dreaming about some beautiful Muggalette with a rainbow-colored pom-pom, Kupo. But no, the moon had to go and drop from the sky, causing all that terrible commotion. Aetherites were shattered, and link pearls rendered useless. For moons, the poor wingless people of Eorza had no way of communicating with each other, beyond screaming at the top of their lungs, which no one really approved of, Kupo. That is, until the little horned ones asked us to assist them by delivering messages. At first, we were wary of showing ourselves, worried that one of you might catch and skin us like you do every other forest furry. But once we saw how much we were appreciated, we knew we'd found our new calling. And I personally promised to try and not read any along the way, Kupo. Just give me my letters, asshole. Look what we have here. 2 new letters have arrived just for you, Kupo. Okay. Oh, okay. Take all. Take all. Delete. Delete. Cool. Learn my minion. Cool. I am curious. Okay, so I can't view my mouse. But I do have 2. I just don't know if yeah. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's determination. I want to equip this rather than that one. And I can actually sell this. All of this stuff is level 1. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like this stuff better. There we go. That's much prettier. Although most of that stuff's gonna get replaced here soon anyway, but whatever. I need to figure out there's the goblet quest right there. Okay, cool. Do that. Head up this way. Such a slow progression because the whole not being able to ride a mount thing. Oh, and I remembered to eat food so that I can actually get my little bonus XP going on here. So I'll just go ahead and eat another one. That'll give me an hour total. Let's head in this general direction here. There's going to be that right there that I will go do real fast. These boys are right here. Ready to get they freak on. Ready to be gross. Okay, what does this do? Swaps astral fire with a single ice, or ice with a single fire. Okay. One more of these guys. Should do us. Oh, I learned thunder. Alright, cool. Cool. Bonus XP there. That was a nice chunk of bonus XP too. Like, pushed me halfway into the level. Right. Those guys are non-hostile, so I'm safe there. Oh, the little crystal dudes. I need to kill 3 of those too. The like little hermit crab looking things. I don't know what they're called. So is this the goblet here? Maybe up this hill, circle around. I don't know. This way? It's gotta be, right? Yeah, there he is. I see ya. Heard about the auctions, have ya? You're not the first to approach me this day. Aye, 'tis true. In an effort to encourage immigration to our great nation, all lands within the goblet are to be set aside for adventurers like yourself. Tragic, some might say, that only adventurers will be permitted to settle within its wards, but such decisions were made by men wiser than I. A beautiful place, the goblet, a man-made oasis, built atop a towering butte. Ah, but why bother explaining when you can see it yourself? Just head through these gates and follow the road. If you wish to know more about the goblet, speak to the recruit stationed just past the entrance. He will be happy to assist you. Proceed with the quest. Where the heart is, the goblet. You may visit any residential ward within the goblet. Okay, so basically just walk in here. Got it. Really doesn't matter, but sure. We'll just, yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. Basically, just have to enter the area. Alright, we good? We good? We good? I've actually never been in the goblet. Alright, there's that. Talk to this dude. Greetings, adventurer, and welcome to the goblet. Beg your pardon? An Alden woman asked you to learn more about the auctions? Oh dear. As you may have heard, these plots are reserved exclusively for adventurers. Since your friend is an Aldan citizen, I wouldn't go as far as to say friend. I basically just ran into him. She is ineligible to participate. Should you yourself have a mind to purchase a plot, pray speak with the resident caretaker. He can guide you through the process. Cool. I don't really want to do that though. Okay, so I just gotta go back and talk to the gotta go talk to the lady. How do I exit here? Just go this way? It's gotta be. Gotta be, yeah. Leave. Exit. Exit. Stage left even. Alright, so I'll head back and talk to her, and that will finish unlocking the goblet area for me, which would be good. 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 You've returned. Tell me, what have you learned of the auctions? Eh? What do you mean it's reserved exclusively for adventurers? I mean, sure, times are tough, and every nation is scrambling to attract formidable fighters. But what about my needs? What about my 40 acres and a chocobo? Bah, it's just no fair. How about you just piss off, eh? Residential district Ethernet for the goblet can be accessed through the Oldine Atherite. Cool. 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 Alright. Done with that. It didn't really get me much, like, as far as experience and stuff goes. It was just to unlock that area, so we'll just head back up to town. Yeah, it's this way. Yeah. I was going to head over to Central and kill those other things that I needed, but I'll get them later. The Hornets. And we're back. Ugh. So much walk. Alright, let's go do turn in my level quest. Or job quest. I knew what I meant. Alright, cool. Who left this door open? The weirdo? Alright. Welcome back, fish fingers. You seem to have done well. Both eyes intact, face appears unshredded. It's truly the most terrible feeling to have one's casting interrupted by heinous injury. Huh. It is one of the easiest trials, if you ask me. Keep well away from pointy, slashy, bashy things if you want to reach the end of an arcane utterance. That's just common sense. Fortune favors the fighter who flings fire from afar. I simply love the look of loathing. I simply love the look of loathing leveled at me by the distant duelist distressed by my deadly downpour. Wahahaha. Ugh. We Thalmas excel at offense, but fail miserably at defense. Our most effective strategy is to topple our adversaries with overwhelming force before they have a chance to respond. Honors for knights and dead mages. Fishfingers, your studies appear to be progressing nicely. It won't be long before you demonstrate the battlefield. You dominate the battlefield as an avatar of sorceress destruction. Be stomping over at me, shit. What the fuck? So it's true, Baki. Don't try to hide from me, Igo, or you, Banny, or Bezzy, or Boha. Kakak boy, what are you doing here? You promised you would teach me next. Well, yes, of course we did, Boosie, but Fishfingers here was most insistent. And once again you brush me aside in the hopes that I abandon my heart's desire. Why do you deny me? Because you're a fucking loser. I hate you, all of you. Please, Bussy, you shouldn't say such hurtful things. You know how delicate Bigo is? That was Cockboy, our youngest brother. He so dearly wishes to become a Thelma like the rest of us, but it simply isn't possible. The poor boy's Arctic levels are pitifully low. We thought we had convinced him to accept fate's cruel quirks when he entered the Alchemist Guild, but he yet yearns to walk the path of Thelma. Such is Cockboy's determination that he spends all his waking moments experimenting with alchemical concoctions, seeking a method by which he can expand his capacity for arcane manipulation. Well, this is obviously not your concern. Back to the abyss with you, young Thelma, and I mean that in the most encouraging manner possible. Cool.
Groovy. I'll take this road, please.
Also, this bone staff. Also, that level. Ding-a-ling. Alright. So that's +1 to intelligence, which is better than the plus nothing to anything. That can go to the inventory. We got a robe here, so that can get tossed on my sexy body. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. 8. Okay. Alright. Can't get another quest from him until level 10. So, a couple more levels here. Let's head back to the Adventurers Guild. Actually, I do want to sell some of the stuff in my inventory. The gear that I'm not using, I'd like to sell. This basic ass starter gear. Doesn't sell for anything, but it clears it out of my inventory. So none of that helps me. Okay, I understand shops. Thank you. All right, cool. Let's head back to the crystal, and I will TP over there. Adventurers Guild. Unfortunately, I did not sleep too well. I slept for like an hour, and then I woke up. And now I'm feeling the effects of that lack of sleep. Here at 6:58 a.m. Thought I had a quest to turn in here. Oh no, I needed to go to Central. Yeah. Where the hell did I just go out at? That's weird. I didn't know there was a back door. Okay, well. Yeah, there's a back door. Okay. Round in circles we go. Alright. And through the gates. Actually, shit. I should be able to take mining now. I kind of want to go ahead and get that if I can. That way I'll be able to like level mining while I'm out there roaming around the hills and whatnot. Nope, it's still red. Alright, well, whatever. Still won't let me TP out of the city. There's my gate over there. Sorry, just getting a little distracted here. Alright. Back into Central. Let's go ahead and kill 3 of these hornets here. For the bonus XP. There's one. Two. Oh, that does damage over time. I didn't realize it. I was wondering why I was so weak. So yeah, that's one that I should definitely use first, so that it is more effective, basically. Alright, cool. So that got me some bonus XP. Alright. So, in Central, we've got this guy here. Got that. Snapping Shrew, Scythed Cloud. In Western, we've got that little jewel thing. Black Brush. Central, we've also got this guy here. So, yeah, you get different things based on the areas. Basically, it's like as you're exploring, you'll be able to kill those, like as you're progressing through the game or whatever. It'll just be like kind of on your way through. 4, 2, 1, 2. Okay. 4, 2, 1. Four, 2, 1. Boom. Alright, cool. So that's it for those ones. And we got this quest to turn in, which will probably put us at level 8. Well, you certainly look the part of an adventurer, my friend. Might you be the good soul Momodi advised me to expect? I am Papashan, station master of this humble dispatch yard. An empty title, I assure you. I truly am no more than a tired old Lalafell, passing his final years in quiet and solitude. 12 know there have been plenty of both these last 5 years since the calamity struck. The devastation was vast. Yet now true Oldens work together, doing all in our power to rebuild what was laid to ruin. By the sweat of our brows and the love of our home, we have rebuilt Olda to the grandeur and majesty that you see today. Grandeur. Shit. Damn it. Hate it when I double click. But there's still much work to be done. The wounds left by the calamity run deep. Isolated areas beyond our lines of supply remain, and there are places yet wanting for relief and restoration. Olden needs the aid of you and your brethren, friend. In fact, never has our need been more dire. Which brings me to the point, I suppose. I do believe I may have some work suited to one of your abilities. Alright, so that's Disciples of War. I'm obviously going to take the pants. It was the pants or the pants, so... Alright, so this is Addle. Lowers target's intelligence and mind by 10%. Probably won't use that too much if I'm not fighting casters, but that's fine. Let's, Did I just get pants? Oh, it was boots. Okay, well, I'm going to take the boots then, I guess. Yeah. Didn't realize that it was boots. That's fair. Oh, I'm using a two-handed weapon. I didn't realize that. Okay, well. Fuck me then, I guess. Station Master Papa Shan has a simple task for a fledgling adventurer. Since you've come all this way, perhaps you can perform an errand for me. It just so happens a number of sentries have been sent to guard an area. A dispatch to the dispatch yard, as it were. They have long been away from the shade and feather beds of the city. The hot days and cold nights can play hells on the mind and body out here. It isn't much, but go and give them these twilight pretzels, will you? I find comfort food always helps when I feel like killing myself. Jeez. Oh, okay. That fucking escalated quick as fuck. Jesus. I find this helps when I want to fucking yeet myself into the abyss. Big old turtle. Got the universe on his back. Western front clear. Eastern front clear. Pretzel, not clear of salt. For me, from Papashan, Twilight Pretzel, my favorite. How did you know? Can't fight on an empty stomach now, can I? Actually, I can't fight on any stomach. I suppose you could say I have no stomach for fighting. Ugh. Cringe. Alright. So we got two more dudes. This one's over yonder this way. Somewhere. Probably up on that hill. But how do I get up there? Probably on this side. I mean, it would have to be, because the other side, like, just keeps going up. Yep, right here. Okay, cool. Yep, 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 yep. Halt. Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to put the pretzel on the ground and place your hands above your head. I'm gonna have to ask you to fucking piss off. State your name and business. A Twilight Pretzel from Papashan? By the gods, forgive me. You could say this new post has my nerves in a twist. I'm terribly sorry for that. Yes, well, you may rest assured that the dispatch yard is safe as long as I stand watch. Please give Papashan my thanks and tell him that I only wish I could repay the favor. Oh, okay. Man, the dialogue went from like overly wordy to overly corny, like super dad jokes. Rest the old arm here for a second. Alright. Last of these folks. Servile Sultan Sword. 12 saved me, scorching days, freezing nights. This post will be the end of me. But not with a warm pretzel in your belly. A Twilight Pretzel? Don't mind if I do. Ah, now that's a refreshing, God's damn pretzel. I feel reborn. That was, yeah, that was an interesting quest. Well, I'll head back to Papashan. Turn this joint in. And, yeah. I'd like to hit level 9 soon. You've returned, and with a deal fewer pretzels, I see. Tell me, how fare our Sultan's sworn sentries? Do they have anything to report? Anything at all? What? Nothing? Are you sure? Oh. Oh dear. Take this for your troubles then, and stay a moment. There is more I would ask of you. Of course there is. It's never just go do this, come back, and just be done. Alright, so obviously I'm going to take the stick that is for my class. Well, actually, in comparison, it is the same thing. I'm going to take the money. Complete quest. Alright. Alright, Papashan. Fish fingers. I have just this moment. No. No, the time for concealment is past. The truth is, even before I had you deliver those pretzels, I was privy to some most unsettling news. Which is the real reason I sent you to meet those Sultan Sworn. Papashan is in dire need of your assistance. Of course he is. A young noblewoman from a very prestigious family has run away from home, and I have been ordered to see her safe return. The Sultan Sworn you met earlier are assisting with the search. Alas, it seems they have found no trace of her. I apologize for not being frank with you from the start, but we must proceed with caution. Should word of her disappearance spread, I fear others with less honorable motives may join the hunt. And should we allow her to come to any harm, not even 100 beheadings would be punishment enough. That cannot happen. Fish fingers, it must not. I need you to help me find her. Praise the 12. I knew I could count on you. I've instructed the others to expand the search, but Thanalan is vast and there are only so many of us. The young noblewoman is Lady Lilira. I want you to go south and look for her in the vicinity of the Sultan Tree. Good luck. The area is vast, and you have a map marker that's going to tell you right where it is. Can you please go do this for me? I don't have a map marker. I'm just an NPC. Alright. Alright. Giggity giggity goo. Alright, so probably going to try to push to level 10 and then end the stream. Because I kind of want to go lay down. Try to get a little bit of rest. It's 7 a.m. Yeah, so the server that I play on with my main character doesn't have this experience boost, the Road 70 boost, so it's nice to have that. I wasn't expecting to have that. I didn't know that it was a thing. Cool. I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful. Maybe I can get to 70 before the expansion comes out. I doubt it since I'm reading everything. Alright. Oh, Sultan Tree. You are about to enter an instance battle. Instance battles only occur during certain quests and missions. Take a moment to read the information displayed in the active help window before answering the call of duty. Fuck off. Level sync is in effect. You're above maximum allowed level. It will be synced as follows. Level 8. That's the level that I am. But thanks. Cool.
Oh, Sultan Tree, hallowed spirit of my line, forgive my weakness. My failings have cost us dear. Show yourself.
As you command, O Lilira. Forgive my selfish desire to assure your welfare.
I don't recall requesting an escort. Simply pretend we never met and continue on your way.
We both know I can do no such thing. It isn't safe for you here alone. It isn't safe for anyone. Not with this etheric disturbance. It's as though the dead are watching us. And I'd prefer not to join them, if it's all the same to you. Ah, you must be the one the Papa Shan mentioned. Congratulations on finding our elusive young charge. You'll have to forgive her impetuousness. What she lacks in discipline, she makes up for in stubbornness. You should return with us. The station master will be eager to thank Lady Lilira's protector in person. Alas, the station master will have to wait. Dear Lilira, for my sake, please stay out of harm's way.
Bye.
As for you, dear friend, for Lilira's sake, please stay in harm's way.
It's fair. Alright, let's fuck this bird up. Range DPS. Gotta love range DPS. My mana's running out quick. Ah, these other fucking birds are really pissing me off. Try to get rid of them. There we go. Doing some more of that. Alright, well, I guess we got it. And also, I love it. Bad bird.
Hear, feel, think. Crystal Bearer. I am Heidelin, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate. power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them. By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart. Go now, my child, and shine thy light on all creation.
Ah, coming around now.
Would you mind telling me what that was?
If I only knew. A denizen of the void at any rate.
The void sent? Here? But how?
The question isn't how, but who. We're not dealing with bookless bandits. Don't suppose the answer came to you in a dream. No sooner did you fell the beast than you fell asleep. Too much ether, no doubt. Interesting. I hadn't considered the crystal. But of course, this changes everything. Oh, just thinking aloud? At any rate, we haven't a moment to spare. I must return and report this at once. I leave Lady Lilira in your capable hands.
How dare you pass me about like a swaddled babe? I shall return and tell them myself.
As you wish, your impetuousness. I suspect we shall meet again before long. Until then, do try and stay awake.
Rude. Alright. Cool. So I noticed between the crystal cutscene and the last cutscene, on the stream, the screen went white, but in-game it went black. I found that interesting. I don't know why. I don't know why I would have done that. Let's see here. Separate cloud. This is the black brush. Okay. It's way up there. Okay. I'll get there eventually. Alright, where is homeboy? He's over here on the platform. He's on the platform. On the motherfucking platform. Alright. Thank the gods you've returned. You had us all so worried. You do realize what would happen if a person of your noble stature were to be injured, or worse. Why, Her Grace the Sultana would be beside herself with grief, and so would her subjects. I dare say they'd be weeping in the streets. But I have already given you cause to weep, Papa Shan, you and the people of Olda. Please, you're not to say such things. We will find it, I swear to you. It's not my place to make demands, my lady. I beg you, please, stay out of harm's way. I apologize for causing you undue worry, Papa Shan. I shall refrain from traveling unescorted in future. I cannot thank you enough, Fish Fingers. I understand you fought bravely to protect Lady Lilira from void-sent fiends. For your gallant service, you deserve all the riches in the royal vaults. Alas, a small token of my gratitude is the best I can offer. A sarcastic man with a strange contraption strapped to his shoulder? I see you met Thancred. He's a scholar who spends his days investigating oddities in the aether. Rather too fond of the sound of his own voice for my liking, but perfectly harmless. As for you, Fish Fingers, you are just the sort of adventurer we need around here. I pray you show the same kindness to the people of Thanalan as you did to us today. Give me that XP. Alright, another main quest right here. Sisodia needs a reliable adventurer to deliver a gift to the coffer and coffin. You're an adventurer, yes? If you're not otherwise occupied, I have a favor to ask. I have resolved to repay a debt of gratitude which I owe to the owner of the coffer and coffin. For this purpose, I purchased from the royal plantations a prodigiously plump pumpkin, a particularly popular piece of produce. Alas, I cannot part this place to procure the pumpkin. You see, the scheduled shipment for the Nanawa mines, for which I wait, is late. I would prevail upon you to pick up the pumpkin in my stead and see it safely to the coffer and coffin. Present this receipt of purchase to Gagari in the royal plantations, and she will yield it to you. I apologize for asking you to attend to this time-consuming task, but I truly appreciate your assistance. I mean, the pumpkin's right here, right? So, pretty much the only thing that you're asking me to do is deliver it to the person. If Sisoda doesn't come calling soon, this specular specimen shall sadly be past its prime. Oh, so you're to deliver this decadent delight? I can say with confidence that any gourmand would be grateful for such a grand gift. You really like alliteration. Here's the pumpkin. I hope it meets with Roger's approval. Fresh produce is somewhat scarce in these parts, and as such we are always diligent with demand. Or indulgent with demand? I don't know. You know the way to the coffer and coffin, correct? It is beyond the bridge to the northwest. Look for a place where local laborers lounge. Well, no time like the present. So I think I'll get level 10. I'll go get my level 10 job quest. And then from there, Um, I guess I can see if mining is available at level 10. I don't know. I don't remember when the other jobs become available. I thought that it was level 5, but I was wrong. Obviously. 4, 2, 1, 2. There's one cloud. 4, 2, 1, 2. It's 2. I'm looking around for another one. I'm not seeing another one. Oh, right there in front of me. They are kind of difficult to see. 4, 2, 1. I just got a message. About my name. Because it's a Doctor Who reference if you weren't aware. I'll accept that. Alright, cool. It's amazing how easy it is to make friends in games like this. Like, I've got friends from World of Warcraft that I made, like, you know, back in the BC era. So, um, it's, you know, it's pretty cool. Drink for ye, laddie. You won't get better ale or spirits for ye coin than me place. I really need to do something about fixing this. Let's do the quest first, and then I can worry about trying to do that. What's that? We, Sosita, asked ye to bring this here to me? Ha! Hey, so even that foul-mouthed drunk knows the meaning of remorse. Reckon this is for the time I carried his drink-sodden arse back home. But hells, an honest to God's pumpkin from the royal plantations. I can't wait to see what the cooks'll do with her. The lads here scoff down beastly amounts of meat, and it's starting to tell on their health. It'll be good to get more vegetables in their bellies, assuming I can get the stubborn bastards to try something new. Thanks for the help, laddie. And it gives me some more foods, so that's cool. And level 5. Alright, cool. So, let me see if I can fix the, I got this too. Push target and all nearby enemies to sleep. Nice. I don't think it's font size. Might be. Do that. UI settings, maybe. Map. I remember this being a pain in the ass to find. That's actually what I was looking for. I've already got the font size up. So let's see what that message actually said. They said, "Oh my God, I love your name, Doctor Who, for the win." Yeah, nice. Doctor Who for the win, indeed. All right. Roger hears all sorts of information in his line of work, some of which may be useful to you. Except, word is, Blackbrush Station's sorely undermanned. The stone torches there can't get a moment's peace. Bloke by the name of Warrens is hoping to bolster their numbers for a short-term assignment or two. If you fancy putting a few extra gil in your pocket, you could do a lot worse. Okay. So, yeah, we got more food there. Very nice. Always good, actually. It'll probably be this person. Is the... Yeah. Yeah. Buy that from me. Give me a little bit more money. Push me past the 1,000 guild point, so that's cool. Alright, let's come up here and attune with this crystal. Also, I want to keep my eyes open for the Chocobo Porter. Should be able to ride that back to Alda to get the rest of my quests. Alright, Porter's right there. So Toon first. I wish that you could teleport for free from these to back to the city, but you can't. But I can do that, so that'll let me ride back, and I don't gotta mess with running through all slow and stuff. So cool. So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna pick up my level 10 job quest. I'm gonna see if I can join the Miners Guild. I would like to be leveling that while I'm adventuring. Help with the keeping it balanced, basically, like keeping my mining level about the same as my actual level, my class level, I guess. It'd be nice. It'd be nice. And then I think I'll end the stream there, because it is. I set basically an hour-long timer with that food that I ate, and I was hoping to hit level 10 by then. So it actually ended up working out fairly perfectly. Let's go Miners Guild first, see if we can do it. Doesn't look like it. Let me go see what the requirements are. I'm curious because I thought for sure it was level 5, and then I thought, well, if it's not 5, it's got to be 10. Maybe there's a mainline quest that I have to do in order to unlock it. One meta adventure, you stand within the Miners Guild, the place where seekers of the realm's mineral wealth gather. With pickaxe and sledgehammer, we miners work rock and earth that they might yield us ores, fossils, precious stones, and more. If you have a mind to join our ranks, you will be pleased to know that we are currently recruiting. Great riches await those with strong backs and keen eyes. Excellent. Wait a moment. Would I be right in thinking you're rather new to adventuring? You are, aren't you? Oh, don't ask me how I know. It's something that comes with experience. Anyway, I regret that you do not yet qualify for membership. To be considered for a place in the guild, you must first prove that you can take your work seriously. In your case, that means devoting a little more time to your present pursuit. Once you have done so, I invite you to visit us again. Rest assured that there will still be minerals to mine when that day comes. Before you can take up another discipline, you must first complete... Oh, okay, so basically I gotta do the level 10 Thelma quest, and then I can take any other job. Okay, cool. So I'm getting the level 10 quest right now. I will do the level 10 quest later on. Next, when next we meet via stream. I'm having a lot of fun with this, I gotta say. This game has really been enjoyable for me so far, and I'm glad that I picked it back up again. So, Guildmaster Cockboy wishes you to learn from the second chapter of Thelma the Yawning Abyss. Let's see what our potential rewards are. A better robe, a better hat, but not better looking. Some gloves and some boots. So I will go with the gloves, since I've still got stock gloves. Yes, Fish Fingers, yes, the aura of power surrounding you is palpable. The glare begins to blind my Thelma's eye. Your lesson today shall be taught by Cockboy. Go to him and hear the chapter entitled The Threat of Paucity. Paucity? I don't know. Whatever. Aha! So, Fish Fingers, you've come to learn at the foot of the third eldest brother, have you? I promise you, however, your education shall not be third-rate. So let us read from the second chapter, shall we? Are you settled? No last-moment trips to the privy? Very well. The threat of paucity. Ah, how magnificent the ruthless power we wield. Flame devours, ice entombs, and lightning courses through the stricken bodies of our foes. But oh, such desperation when the wellspring runs dry. Flame sputters out, ice melts into slush, and lightning sparks no longer. Know you this threat, and mind you the limits of your mortal vessel. A terrifying thought, isn't it? A Thoma who has exhausted his arcane reserve is not but a man with a stick and a funny hat. For we mages, you may as well equate the etheric energy flowing through our veins with our very lifeblood. Should a battle find us lacking in this precious resource, we are as good as dead. Controlling the expenditure of your power requires an understanding of etheric balance. The scales can tip in one of two directions, astrally or umbrally. When your mind and spirit lean in an umbral direction, your Thelma is affected by a state known as umbral ice. The potency of your spells is diminished, but they also require less energy to invoke. On the other hand, a Thelma in the astral fire state will find the potency of his incantations enhanced, but at a greater cost to his etheric stamina. Now, with the concepts of etheric balance and efficient casting foremost in your mind, I bid you go forth and slay. 8 F's. Pray do your best to stay alive. It reflects badly on me when the mold corpse of one of my pupils is returned to the Osari. Alright, so gotta slay 8 F's for that quest. I gotta speak to Warren for the other quest. And that's it. That's what I've got. So, nope. Stop. Don't do that. Let's do this and that. Alright, guys. So I'm going to end the stream. Let me hop over and see if there's someone that we can raid. Let's see here. Okay. Let's go to some basic ass Twitch. I'm looking. Yeah, let's go raid the same person that we raided last time. They are day 2. They're learning how to tank. So think I spelled that right. So we'll head on over and raid next Hokage 666, and if you enjoy their content, be sure to follow them, sub if you really like it, and I hope to see you guys when next we meet, and we will continue our fun little adventure in Magic. So, thanks for watching, and take care.